On January 1st, 2000, I shot scenes of then-Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railway's Peoria Subdivision. My emphasis was on industry spurs and sidings. Much has changed in 21 and a half years. The old alley track still ran between Edmond and Persimmon Streets to serve A. Miller and Company's junkyard at 1612 Southwest Adams Street. The end of track at Persimmon Street looking southwest, with A. Miller and Company in the distance. The connection to the old yard diverges in the shadow at left. This view looks northwest from the old yard area. The track diverging right once served Walfeld's, a building materials firm. I shot these views at and around Spencer Street on April 22, 1995. Looking southwest, this view looks northeast toward Persimmon Street. This view looks toward the old yard. And this is in the opposite direction. On April 13, 2000, I made two views of an empty gondola constructively placed on the alley track. It was probably left there because there were already 3 loaded gondolas at A. Miller and Company, which can be seen here at left. In the distance is the empty that I had photographed earlier. Exactly 2 weeks later, I found this loaded P&PU gondola having been pulled but left nearby. The Peoria and Pekin Union Railway had recently delivered this cut to the old Uptown yard for TP&W's next Galesburg run. Another view shows the old main which ran to the alley, 3 remaining yard tracks, and the P&PU connection at Chicago Street. This small station was built in 1952 for predecessor Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy's motor trains. It was torn down in 2003. Caterpillar's rubber processing facility, also known as Cat Tire, was a regular customer at this time. This siding just east of Krause Avenue had been recently used by TP&W to exchange local cars between the Galesburg job and the evening switcher. I failed to record the new long this day, so here are 2 substitute views taken August 27, 1994, around Dar Street. This view looks uptown, and the P&PU connection can be seen in the distance, P&PU's main line at right. Browning Switch, west of Edwards, served Caterpillar's demonstration grounds. Both scenes look eastward and were recorded much later on May 19, 2001. Looking east at Elmwood's South Althea Street crossing, we see the old elevator track diverging to the right. Looking west at Yates City, we see the Yates City sub diverging left and a stub siding used by maintenance of way. In this view looking east, we see the Yates City sub diverging right. This line went to Farmington, Canton, Lewiston, and Vermont. Directly behind me is another siding used by the Maintenance of Way Department. Track at Mequon was used to deliver dry fertilizer to the Riverland FS plant. Looking east at Knoxville, we see the recently rebuilt elevator track. On the east side of Galesburg, we see the Gates Corporation switch diverging right. Carbon black cars are unloaded at the Gates plant, which was and still is a regular BNSF customer. Until I recorded these views on June 22, 2007, I was unaware that Galesburg Iron and Metal had a spur. Track was replaced in December 2009 for new owner Progress Rail Services. Finally, the Peoria Y ends along the Quincy Main in Galesburg. This view looks west from South Chambers Street, with the Quincy Main in the distance.